Hey guys, GHZD here, back with another video. Today I'll be covering over the newest additions to the game. I should say that the patch notes this time round, though they were somewhat informative, lacked the detail required to make much sense of them. So hopefully this clears up anything, because I was beyond confused when I read them and I logged on for the first time today. Okay, so first things first, there are two new events. You have a temporary event for Easter called Biff the Buff Bunny, and a permanent event that drops the new dungeon called the Mountain Temple. Finding the Easter event is kind of annoying. At first there will be eggs that start appearing as quests, meaning that they were already in the realm as it spawned. However, they will only start showing up as your quest markers once you've killed the Ghost Kings. Once you've cleared out all of the quest eggs, something called a mysterious egg will then be announced. This mysterious egg doesn't have a quest marker, meaning that you're going to have to wander around for a while, and it can be quite annoying. And you got to hope that someone calls the damn thing for you, because I know they didn't for me. The good news is that this mysterious egg will spawn in the mountain regions, which I believe are the Godlands and the Snowlands areas. Apparently it looks like a massive egg and you'll have to break it, kind of like the chicken oryx. Once it breaks, the massive buff bunny spawns and you can kill it to have a chance at some of the Easter reskins. I have heard that the Excellence wand does drop, but I'm not 100% sure. But I can confirm that an A-Gate reskin called the Dagger of Hasteful Rabbit does in fact drop, and it shoots rabbits, so it's okay I guess. There is also speculation regarding more drops once Easter actually arrives, so keep an eye out for those. The other event is a little less confusing, as it's just a random event spawn like all other events in game. As I said, this is new content, so it will stay in the game, and it looks like this. Really, it's pretty self-explanatory: kill the enemies that shoot at you and get the portal to spawn. I actually assumed that this dungeon was going to be pretty close to end game tier, but honestly, it's nothing too crazy. As long as you stay on your toes, you'll be able to tank shots easily, and in a group it's a breeze, but I can imagine smaller amounts of people having a hard time. The one thing that I noticed right away was that the archers who paralyze you are what you want to avoid. Other than that, I can easily see people rushing this dungeon in the future. It's also nice to note that you can teleport in this one. There is also a new petrified debuff utilized in the boss fight that essentially statuses players so you can't shoot or take damage, which is a pretty interesting concept. In terms of the drops, you have two new white bags, the first being a new wand that does some serious damage, but shoots 15% slower than the other ones. I chucked its stats into the DPS calculator, and it looks to be one of the new best ones in game. Compared to the recomp and conducting, it's far superior, only being beaten by the C wand at enemies above 63 def. There is also a new shuriken called the Cage Boshi. I probably massacred the name, but you know, there you go. Its shots hit multiple targets and pass through obstacles, whilst also providing a bit of def and vit. If I had to give some advice if you haven't done the dungeon yet, just don't be cocky and take your time until you fully know what you're kind of up against, I would say. They've also added a list of some of the new pet stones and skins that will be released eventually, so that's pretty nifty. And on top of this, the April Fool's reskins of events and items have been changed back to normal now. They've modified some old skins slightly, and they finally removed the leprechaun. Another interesting patch is the use of a star requirement filter to be able to purchase items in the Nexus. If you are below 2 stars, you can't buy gear, and if you are under 10 stars, you won't be able to use keys. The reason for this is explained here if you're curious. I hope you enjoyed it. You can buy the new dungeon key in the Nexus in case you want to run a bunch of them with your guild and stuff. It's a pretty fun dungeon, not gonna lie. I love the new layout and cosmetics inside that dungeon. It looks so nice. And it is the first wing of a dungeon stream, which is what they're planning. So hopefully we'll get like a part 2 to this dungeon pretty soon, is what they're kind of implying here. But you know, just keep your eye out on the Reddit, even though this time around it was a little bit confusing. So hopefully I cleared some stuff up for you guys. And yeah, I'll just leave some footage of me experiencing the dungeon for the first time. Hopefully you guys get a little bit out of it, I guess. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Peace.
Oh, he just gave
it. That doesn't do any damage. This is easy.
You just typed it out.
Gone, boys.
And rushed one before, and he's... Oh, technically a second, but he rushed...
Jack, what do you do? Jack, rush your pussy.
Dude, I don't know what this stuff does. It's so weird. What does this do? Nothing. I just no damage.
I thought that would... Honestly, I saw a really big enemy and I'm like, that's gonna do a shit.
Oh no.
Literally nothing.
I have. This is like piss. Whee.
That confuse lasts a long time.
Yeah, that confuses his life.
Yeah, only if you shit at confused controls though.
There's a new effect though, isn't it? It's like
And wait, there's a new.
It's like stasis people.
yeah.
Oh really? Oh god, what does that? I want to know what that does.
Friends, I need
Where-
in a dead way.
Yeah, what the hell,
it's not
Jesse?
paralyzed.
Yeah, I think you got
Oh wait,
petrified.
the way was here all along.
Oh, what the fuck? It looks like a wool.
Yeah, like I ran past it thinking that it
What
was
is-
Yo,
is
look
that-
at this nice aesthetics.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
That last room is like paralyzed central. It's
Did you have to
fucking
Nexus?
I've
Wow,
got this.
so-
I've got this, George.
Oh
That
no.
confuses so.
No,
Like,
no.
careful.
Because that's kind of funny.
So
This
they're
is
all
like
items.
I was expecting it to be really hard. Like Shatters levels.
Well, I mean, in a
It's
smaller
told you,
group, it's
it's
harder.
Maybe.
No
It's
one
not
has
that
said
Yeah, this
anything.
isn't an endgame. This is like a
Yeah,
toxic sewers level kind of
The
done.
Lost
Yeah.
Halls will be endgame.
Oh, that's pretty nice then. I really like the aesthetics then in this. It looks really cool. It's like Japanese.
Yeah, it's
theme.
probably like in terms of difficulty on par with like a toxic.
No, it would be
The
harder.
boss is
Sorry,
just
shit.
It'd have to be
It
harder.
It was made to be
People
harder
get
than
bored of it in like 2 weeks.
it was made to be like easier than a tune, but harder than a something like.
I guess we'll know by what the
Boss.
boss fight is like. Ooh, those
Can
are-
I
Doesn't do
daze?
damage. You can't do
He
damage.
Where is
days it.
Whoa,
Wait,
whoa, it's in the
where's it?
corner!
He can't hit him until later, dude. Calm down.
Okay.
He'll
okay.
go into the middle, so
I
you
really
can get
like-
your pets on if you want for a little bit extra damage. But be careful because that shit hurt.
What does this do?
Did you Nexus check? Are you bad?
So these fire things have similar effects.
Oh.
Oh,
The
dude.
Energy.
This confused though.
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
cool.
what up?
Do I shoot those? No.
These are like the flames. And
I reckon it would be better if it locked you in the room.
Oh no, I'm
Oh,
petrified!
Oh,
God damn! What the
Jesse.
hell is that? Why is this last so long? What is going
it
on?
doesn't do damage
We
until
used
you're
to-
on.
There we go.
Petrified.
It's like 10
Just
seconds.
spook.
10 seconds, my
Jesus.
ass! Holy moly!
Can you
It's
die when
like
it's
unstable.
petrified?
Artificial.
No, 'cause
Oh, this is pretty much it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
Zero.
I don't get anything. What's this?
Of fucking death.
What the hell is that?
Hell yeah, that was the dungeon.
Woo!